Hello guys, now we are going to discuss about the alkaline phosphatase. This is an enzyme which we test in the blood for various purposes. So what is the normal reference value of alkaline phosphatase in your blood? Let's discuss about that. For normal adult population, it is almost 30 to 120 international units per liter. In elderly patients, it will be slightly higher normally. In children, it is totally different. In case of child less than 2 years of age, the normal value is 85 to 235 units per liter. For the age group 2 to 8 years, the normal is 65 to 210 units per liter. From the age group 9 to 15, it is 60 to 300 units per liter. And for 16 to 21 years, it is almost 30 to 200 units per liter. So you can get an average idea about the normal value of alkaline phosphatase, how it changes in blood with age. And finally, it becomes 30 to 120 international unit per liter for adult. So let's talk about the physiology of alkaline phosphatase first. This enzyme, alkaline phosphatase, is found in many tissues in the body, but its highest concentrations are found in the liver, the biliary tract epithelium. So it is found in the epithelium of the biliary tract and bones. Due to higher concentration in these following organs, it is very important marker to determine any liver, biliary tract epithelium or bone injury. Both intrahepatic and extrahepatic causes for biliary obstruction can give rise to increased alkaline phosphatase in the patient's serum. Even reports have indicated that alkaline phosphatase is the most sensitive marker which can greatly rise in case of metastatic liver tumor. Now, about the bones. Bone is the most frequent extrahepatic source of alkaline phosphatase. If there is any new bone growth in the body, it is always associated with elevated alkaline phosphatase levels. This explains the age-related difference of alkaline phosphatase level in the blood, because the adolescents are having more growing bones. That's why from that growing bone tissue, the alkaline phosphatase levels are higher in the serum of the adolescents. If there is any pathological new bone growth with osteoblastic or metastatic tumors, the alkaline phosphatase levels will be high. Metastatic diseases like breast carcinoma and prostate carcinoma also can increase the level of alkaline phosphatase due to more osteoblastic activity. Other conditions like Paget's disease, rheumatoid arthritis, even healing fractures where there is more bone growth like hyperparathyroidism and normally growing bones are the sources for elevated alkaline phosphatase level in the blood. So according to the source of the alkaline phosphatase, there are two isoenzymes for this alkaline phosphatase which we can detect separately. ALP1 is from the liver and ALP2 is from the bones. So by measuring them, we can get the source of this alkaline phosphatase elevation. Now let's discuss about some factors which can interfere in the results of alkaline phosphatase levels. So if someone takes a recent meal, a rich meal intake can increase the alkaline phosphatase level and give false elevation. There are certain drugs which can cause alkaline phosphatase elevation in the test. So some examples are methotrexate, then allopurinol, colchicine, indomethacin, probenecid, these drugs which are used in gout usually, then antibiotics including tetracyclines, isoniazid, antitubercular drug, and verapamil azathioprine. So these are some drugs which can cause rise in the alkaline phosphatase levels. There are some drugs which can cause decrease in the level of alkaline phosphatase also, like arsenicals, cyanides, nitrofurantoin which is used in UTI, then oxalates and zinc salts. These drugs can cause decreased alkaline phosphatase level. These drugs can cause decreased alkaline phosphatase level in the blood. And now about some precautions that we should have in mind before going into testing this alkaline phosphatase. So first question, is there any fasting required for the test? Well, no fasting is required for alkaline phosphatase test. But if you are going for differentiating the ALP1 isoenzyme from ALP2, yes, you might need an overnight fasting. Blood tube, which is commonly used, is red in color. Another thing, that is, the patients who are having liver diseases, they are actually supposed to have prolonged clotting time. So that should be kept in mind. Due to the clotting factor deficiency, the bleeding will be more in case of liver damaged patients. Now let's see what are the conditions where alkaline phosphatase will be increased in the blood. So condition number 1 is cirrhosis of liver. Number 2, any intrahepatic or extrahepatic cause of biliary obstruction. Number 3, that is primary liver tumor or metastatic liver tumor. As we have discussed earlier, alkaline phosphatase is highly sensitive for metastatic liver tumor. Now, other than liver, what are the causes? If there is any ischemia of the intestines, or leading to any infarction of the intestines, that will cause increased alkaline phosphatase in the blood. Now the bone related causes like metastatic bone tumors. If there is any extra bone growth like healing fracture, then if there is hyperparathyroidism, if there is Paget's disease of bone, others like rheumatoid arthritis, then sarcoidosis, then osteomalacia and rickets. These are the conditions related to bone where this alkaline phosphatase will be increased in the blood. Now, what are the causes where the alkaline phosphatase levels will be decreased in the blood? If the patient is having hypothyroidism, or he is having malnutrition, or the patients who are having milk alkali syndrome, patients with pernicious anemia or scurvy, that is vitamin C deficiency, or celiac disease. Number 6, hypophosphatemia. If the patient is having excess vitamin B ingestion, and hypophosphatasia. So these are the conditions where this alkaline phosphatase will be decreased. Now let's go for a quick revision. The alkaline phosphatase is an enzyme which is found mainly in liver. It is found mainly in liver, biliary tree epithelium and bones. It has two isoforms, LP1 from liver, LP2 from bones. So it is increased in case of liver cirrhosis, intra or extrahepatic causes of biliary obstruction, primary or metastatic liver tumor. In case of intestinal ischemia or infarction, it may be increased. Metastatic bone tumors, healing fractures, hyperparathyroidism, Paget's disease, rheumatoid arthritis, sarcoidosis, osteomalacia and rickets. So these are the causes. Now, it may be decreased in case of hypothyroid conditions, malnutrition, milk alkali syndrome, pernicious anemia and scurvy, that is vitamin C deficiency, celiac disease, hypophosphatemia, vitamin B ingestion in excess and hypophosphatasia. Thank you for watching.